Hello, what's up guys? Welcome to Infinity Board Consult, the online tutorials videos providing you on YouTube. So guys, on today's tutorials we are going to learn about windows in Revit, and also on this episode we're gonna learn how to add windows in Revit in your model, and also how to get a modern windows in Revit, and also aside that, learn the basics of windows. So in my definition of a window, I'm going to explain the definition of window before we move on to Revit. So a window is an opening formed in a wall. Also, window can be formed in a roof, primarily to admit daylight through some transparent or translucent material. So the main definition of a window is to admit light from a wall or from the roof. In other words, using such material as translucent or transparent material to admit light to admit light into the building. So that's a definition of a window. So a window is a primary opening in a wall, or is a form of an opening in a wall or a roof which admits daylight or admit light through a transparent or a translucent material. So the main function of a window is to control the natural ventilation, and also to control the natural ventilation in buildings. And the major contribution of a window is to admit the appearance of the building. So I'm going to explain maybe some functional requirement of a window. So some functional requirement of a window is to admit light, and also to prevent fire safety, and also provision of ventilation, and also resistance of passage of heat, and also resistance of passage of sound. So I'm going to share my slides with you here. So these are the basic requirements of a window. So, and this is a basic definition I can provide here for you on today's tutorials before we move into Revit. So we want to flash you back to what is a window. So this is the beginner's tutorials in which we are bringing whatever we've learned from basics into video, so that you can be able to cope with it, and aside that, using a Revit software to model everything that you've learned. So we have types of windows in which I'm going to show you here before we move into our Revit tutorials. So this is a basic and typical window in which I'm going to show you here. So a typical double glazing window details in which we have the part here. Aside that, I'll move on to the next slide. So this is also tells you in how to position your window to bring a daylight into your building. So I'll move on to my slides to search for types of windows. So this is the types of windows in which we have the slide hinge casement, we have the top hinge slash, we have the bottom hinge slash, we have the horizontal pivot, we have the vertical pivot, we have the louvers. So these are types of windows in which I want to share with you here. We have the sliding window, we have the composite windows. So guys, let's move into our Revit and see if we can get these kind of windows in our Revit. So when I come to my Revit, under the architecture tab, we've learned about walls, we've learned about doors, so we are learning everything under the architecture tab before we move to the structure tab, the steel tab, and the system. So this is the basic tutorials we are providing for each and everyone to learn the basics. We've learned about the definition of windows, we've learned about the functions of windows, and also the types of windows. So we say we have composite windows, we have sliding windows, we have hinge windows. So let's move on into Revit. So when you come into Revit and you click here, so it's going to give you the properties of the window. So this is the type selector area. So when I click on the type selector, it shows me the different types of window and also the different sizes which I have here. And we also have windows under the recent use. So the window under the recent use are the window in which you have used recently. Aside that, we have the edit type area, which talks about what and the properties of the window. So these are the materials and the finishes of every type of window. So we realize that this window we are having here is what a double hinge window, which is what 650 by 110 mm window. So under the type or the type properties area, you can also define your type of material in which you want to use for the window. So the panel or the glass panel material is what glass, and also the interior trim material what are wood strings. So and the color is what white. So this is what a basic type properties of the window in which we just pinpoint it, and these are the dimension in which you can also manipulate the dimension to anyhow you want. So this is the thing that I want to tell you about the window. So before you can place a window, you just have to come back to your structure tab, your architecture tab, and click on this window area. So you can also use a shortcut of W, and which also brings you to your window section. So under the window, when I click on the window, I have an options to indicate what my order. So we have the head height. The head height talks about the level in which you want your window to reach, and also we have the sill height, which talks about what from the ground to the head, or from the ground to the sill where you want your window to reach. So the dimension here is what, so you can do 1 meter from the ground to where the bottom of the window is going to be what 1 meter or 1000 mm. So and the head of the window is going to be what 2.1 mm, as you can see here. So you can choose to do it also 2.2, as you can see here. So immediately I click on my window and I choose the type of window in which I want. I just have to bring it to where I want to put my window for a light to come into the building. So you already know room orientation, in which helps to govern light into the building. So in our tutorials to come, we are going to move on towards room orientation and also know how to position your windows in Revit, so and in your model as well. So this is the tutorials on windows. So guys, when I come into my wall, I have a temporary dimension. So if you've watched our tutorials on doors, we talked about the temporary dimensions here. So the temporary dimension helps me to place my wall at the right position in which I want. My doors and my windows at the right positions in which I want. So when I just click, it's going to leave my window there. And aside that, without clicking anything, I can also change with the temporary dimension here. So I can now check from my 3D. So this is a window in which I just placed. And one thing about Revit is what parametrics. So in case I don't want the window, I can select the window here and also change the type of window in which I want. So it changes here and also changes from the plan view as well. So in case you don't have the window in which you want, as we explained, you have the slide window, you have the composite window. What you have to do is either to model your own or to import other windows into your model. So when I come to the edit family here, the edit family is to edit this window. So when I come back to the structure tab and I click on window, it helps me to load a family into the building, into my template or my Revit file. So I'll come to the US metric. As you know, we've been using the US metrics and we've done a video under the imperial unit and also the metric unit. So if you have not watched that video, check out our other videos and watch. So I'll search for windows here. So we have the nested family. The nested family are elements in which has been nested in our windows. So such as, okay, let's move on. So Revit has helped us to model all these kinds of windows for us. So when you see on your preview area, you can see this is a composite window. So you can select the type of window in which you want. So this is also a slide double window. So any window in which you want, we have the louvers too as well here. So any type of window in which you want, you can use your select or your shift key from your keyboard to select maybe 3 of the windows and do open as well. So we have a specific type of a specific sizing which you want to place in your model. So you just have to select by using the shift key as well to select series of sizes in which you want. So when it loads into your template or your project, then you now have the chance to use the select type area to select the type of window in which you want. So let's use the slide window or the casement window. Okay, so let me use this one. So this is the window we just inserted. So I can place my window anywhere I want, as your model is depends. So I'll come back into my 3D area, then I can see my window. So when you see inside, you see the window is made up of glass or glass in which brings light from outside into the building. So in case you are in search of a window in which you did not find in the Revit file, you can also come into a website here in which I'm going to show you. So this is the name of the website. So it's called Revit City. So under the Revit City area, any type of window in which you want, you just have to come to the search button here and search for windows and do enter. So it's going to give you a lot of windows here, so you can download and just insert it into your template or into your model. So we have garage door with windows on top. We have a triangular window such as a cathedral window. So in case you want such model or such modeling windows, you just have to download these types of modeling windows and insert into your Revit file. So guys, these are what we can learn today. This is how you can insert a window So every type of window has its properties. So when I come to the edit type area, I talked about the materials and the finish here, and also the dimension area here. And you can also give your window what a type mark. So the type mark of this window is what, 27. You can also give it what, a keynote. So this is a specific what, identity data in which you want to give to your specific window. So when I come to my level or my ground level, I can also see the window here, and after that I can also give it a dimension. So let me go back to what we've learned. We learned about the definition of a window, in which we said windows help us what, admit light through the walls or through the roof into the building, and also it serves as what, a fire outbreak. It serves as what, fire resistance, and also it serves as a whole lot about. So you can go back to tutorials or watch the function requirement of a windows. So this is how to place a window in Revit. When you just select the window in which you want, you just bring it to your on your walls, and you just have to click. So you can also draw a wall here like this, and you take your window here and you place it inside like that. So this is the basic tutorials on how to add a window into your model. So guys, thanks for being with us. Thanks for subscribing. If you are not part of the family, just hit on the subscription button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Anytime we release a video, and you get notified. Also, if you have any comments, kindly put it under the comment section box. If you have any video that you want us to record for you, just keep it at the comment section box, that record this video for me, and I'm going to do that for you. So guys, thank you for being with us. Infinity Tutorials, Infinity Build Consult. We inspire the world to the next generation. Bye.